Global Language Strategies, or GLS, plays a crucial role in bridging communication gaps for the U.S. government. With a talented and diverse team of linguists and cultural experts, we provide essential language services that enhance diplomatic relations and national security. Imagine a world where language barriers are non-existent. That's the vision we strive to realize. From translating sensitive documents to providing simultaneous interpretation in high-level conferences and meetings, our work ensures that every word counts. We don't just translate, we convey meaning, context, and nuance, making sure that messages resonate across cultures. In a globalized world, our linguists' expertise is not just valuable, it's vital for effective governance and international collaboration. By fostering understanding, GLS empowers the U.S. government to navigate complex global challenges with confidence. Our work is essential in ensuring that communication is clear and effective, allowing for better decision-making and stronger partnerships on the global stage. We also help ensure that individuals with limited English proficiency have appropriate access to language services, which is a legal provision of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Dr. Rebecca Dyer is the founder/CEO and sole owner of GLS, who completed her Doctor of Liberal Studies degree from Georgetown in the fall semester of 2019. Prior to founding GLS in 2012, Dr. Dyer was the Senior Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, COO, of a DC-based LSP, where she was instrumental in growing the company from approximately $32 million revenues in 2008 to more than $100 million in 2010. With over 20 years of working in partnership with USG clients to deliver mission-critical programs, Dr. Dyer has overseen projects spanning 5 continents with more than 18,000 U.S., third-country nationals and host nationals deployed worldwide. Her past executive roles also included the completion of projects in a variety of sectors, including language services, military pre-deployment training, judicial and law enforcement training, local guard force security programs, and enterprise-wide information technology systems development and implementation projects, among others. GLS has an active ISO 17100:2015 certification that attests to our compliance with industry standards in performance and delivery of translation services. We are also active members of the American Translators Association and the National Association of Judicial Interpreters and Translators. The company's first prime contract was with the Foreign Service Institute in Arlington, Virginia. Under this 5-year contract, GLS provided distance learning mentors in more than 12 foreign languages. These distance learning mentors provided online foreign language and cultural training, beginner through advanced levels, to diplomats and their family members located at U.S. embassies worldwide. In 2017, the company's focus shifted to provision of translation services, specifically providing legal translation to the Department of Defense's Military OneSource program, which supplies translations to all active military service members, to include family members. GLS delivers nearly 500 certified and notarized translations per month in 38+ languages in support of the MOS program, with about 1/3 of these translations being from Spanish into English. GLS has expanded its provision of language services to include interpretation, virtual remote and in-person conference and consecutive legal, court interpretation. We also offer transcription, subtitling, voiceover and 508 compliance services to U.S. government and commercial clients. GLS was awarded the DOJ Criminal Division Language Services contract in 2024. GLS is the prime contractor, and the Unconventional, a subsidiary of Yorktown, is a subcontractor augmenting document review and translation services on the contract. The DOJ contract is multiple award, and GLS is one of 4 companies that hold this contract. The DOJ Criminal Division Language Services contract involves the translation, transcription, interpretation and review and summarization of documents that are legal in nature. Materials are provided by the DOJ in a variety of formats, including reports, manuscripts, letters, legal documents, memoranda, multimedia presentations, spreadsheets, email correspondence, SMS and MMS messages, and audio or video files. The substance of the materials may vary widely from highly complex, technical, and specialized information, to very informal, street language and text speak. Examples of subject matter areas include medical and autopsy reports, chemical lab reports, bank statements, cryptocurrency transaction tracking, and wire transfers, charging documents, warrants, treaties, statutes, regulations, court decisions, executive decisions, extradition requests, and mutual legal assistance requests, informal communications using coded language, highly time-sensitive treaty or extradition matters, and law enforcement-sensitive information. All materials provided by the DOJ are considered sensitive, requiring that strict controls and confidentiality measures are in place at all times. All managers and linguists working on this contract must acquire a public trust, medium-risk clearance prior to working on projects or viewing any related materials. GLS has appointed a highly seasoned program manager to lead the DOJ contract effort. Ms. Sabine Modi has more than 15 years of relevant language services industry experience in the United States as a professional translator, project and program manager. Through this, she has gained comprehensive knowledge and a deep understanding of the translation, interpretation, and language training domains. A German native speaker, Sabine is also fluent in English, French, Spanish, Italian, and is currently learning Portuguese. She has lived in 5 countries and enjoys working in multicultural environments to make a difference by strengthening connections and fostering understanding among people through language. Related to GLS DOJ contract, she is responsible for the overall contract success. In this role, she liaises with GLS HR, security, and recruitment teams to maintain contract fill rates with qualified legal linguists. She also oversees GLS project managers, subcontractors, and vendors to ensure quality contract and project performance. Moreover, she creates and submits mandatory contract reports and ensures that the contract QC plan is administered. GLS Program Manager is backed up by a highly qualified project management team to oversee the day-to-day operations of the DOJ contract. Currently, GLS has 3 senior managers who are assigned to assist the program manager with execution of translation, transcription, and interpretation projects requested by the DOJ. Mr. Mark Smith is a full-time dedicated resource to the DOJ contract. He applies his decade of experience as a German freelance translator and more than 7 years as a translation project manager to oversee DOJ translation projects for GLS. Mr. Tom McNeely has experience overseeing several of GLS USG translation programs, with a total of 7 years of managing complex technical translations for LSPs and nonprofits. Tom is also an ATA-certified Spanish translator. Ms. Denise Franco Grimsley oversees all DOJ interpretation projects and leads GLS Interpretation Division. She is a highly credentialed interpreter who has conducted hundreds of legal, medical, and other interpretation assignments for USG and commercial clients. Her combined interpretation and management experience make her uniquely qualified to lead GLS interpretation programs. GLS has proven experience providing legal and technical language services in more than 200 languages. In addition to the DOJ Criminal Division, our clients include, but are not limited to, the following. On the Department of Labor Blanket Purchase Agreement, GLS performs 24/7 over-the-phone interpretation, virtual remote interpretation, and on-site consecutive, legal/court, and simultaneous conference interpretation for the Wage and Hour Division, Office of Public Affairs, Employment and Training Administration, Women's Bureau, and the Office of Administrative Law Judges across the United States and U.S. territories. These multilingual services range from Spanish and other common languages to Mayan and other indigenous languages. GLS supports the Department of Health and Human Services Departmental Appeals Board under 2 separate contracts, with one supporting unaccompanied children that migrate to the United States and require linguistic services. Both contracts provide legal and medical translation and interpretation services, primarily in Spanish, but also in Arabic, Thai, Chinese, Dari, Pashto, Bengali, etc. Another one of our primary USG clients is the Inter-American Foundation. GLS provides translation and interpretation services, both virtual and in-person simultaneous and consecutive interpretation, that support the agency's development work in Latin America and the Caribbean. Languages include Spanish, Brazilian Portuguese, Haitian Creole, French, and some indigenous languages, such as Guarani. In addition to language services, GLS provides staff augmentation to the Department of Defense and Department of Labor. For example, GLS provides personnel who support the Department of Labor Employment and Training Administration's maintenance of career one-stop and toll-free helpline. Under a subcontract to Carelon, GLS provides administrative personnel, customer service agents and state consultants who market military one-source programs for the Department of Defense. GLS has further supported international linguist programs for the U.S. Department of State, U.S. Agency for International Development, Voice of America, and Defense Language Institute, among others. Commercial clients include the University of Chicago's National Opinion Research Center, U.S. Soybean Export Council, and local businesses who require accurate and timely translation and interpretation services. If you are new to GLS, we welcome you and look forward to working with you in support of the DOJ Criminal Division client. If you have worked with GLS on other programs, we thank you for your continued service.